Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we will start chapter number 9, the most demanding chapter, that is Pythagoras theorem. So first of all, we have to studied about it. हमें समझना है कि बेसिकली ये होता क्या है और हम इसको कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. सो बेसिकली बच्चों ये समझना है कि पाइथागोरस थ्योरम वी कैन ओनली अप्लाई ऑन राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल. इफ़ देयर इज़ नो राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल वी कैन नॉट अप्लाई दिस थ्योरम. So first point is this one. Second point, we have three sides in a triangle. 1, 2, 3. Let us suppose this is 1, 2 and this is 3. And there is one right angle triangle. Always you know that. So you have to remember that the opposite side of this right angle triangle is always your hypotenuse or the longest side. Sometimes we will say the longest side, but the best identification is that the opposite side of the right angle, जो right angle के बिल्कुल opposite side में जा रही है, that is opposite side. जो इसकी opposite side होगी वो आपके पास क्या होगी, hypotenuse होगी. ये आपने mind में रखना है, ठीक है. Now this is clear. Now come to word hypotenuse को हम short form में HYP भी लिखते हैं. Difficult always to write the spelling of hypotenuse complete, so we will write hypotenuse HYP. Second is height or perpendicular. Height or perpendicular is a straight line, or you can say that जो right angle के बिल्कुल साथ सीधी एक line straight जा रही है, that is your perpendicular, or the height we can represent H or P. और जहाँ पे right angle बन रहा है, that is the base. Base and height can be interchangeable. Only you have to identify the hypotenuse. This is the important thing. Clear? Now, what is the rule for that is Pythagoras theorem? It's always hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. This is the rule that we will apply to solve our questions. But the very first thing is that you have to identify. When your identification is wrong, that obviously your question will get wrong. So identification is very important. First of all, you have to identify. After that, we can apply the formula and we can simplify it. Because if you want to find out the perpendicular, so obviously this base will shift on the other side and it will get subtracted. So whenever if your identification is wrong, so that means you cannot apply it rightly. Question number 1, part A, you have to identify the missing side. You have to find out basically the missing side. So first of all, we will identify, okay, this is right angle, the opposite of the right angle, this is the opposite of the right angle, that means this is our hypotenuse. We have to find the hypotenuse, and for that I have a formula. Hypotenuse is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. This will be the perpendicular, this will be the base. So I will apply the formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. The value of hypotenuse is not given. Instead of that, we can write a square is equal to perpendicular is 20 square plus 21 square. 20 square is 400, while 21 square is 441, and from here the answer is 841. Now your answer is not till here because here is a square. You have to find the value of a. That means you have to take square root on both sides. When you will take square root of both sides, you will get plus minus 20, but we will ignore minus sign because obviously the side of any triangle can't be in negative, so we will take only the positive. So we can write a is equal to 29 directly. Moving towards part B, sorry, again we have to identify, okay, where is a right angle? This is a right angle and this is the opposite side, that means this is a hypotenuse. So again we will apply the same formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. It is good to write in each question your formula so that you will memorize the formula easily. So instead of hypotenuse, I have to write b square. Perpendicular is my 35 square and plus base is 12 square. 35 is 1225 plus 144 is the answer of 12 square, and from here I'll get the answer 1369. And when you will take square root on both sides, so you will get the answer b is equal to, it's 37 centimeter. Okay, part C, again this is a perpendicular on this is a right angle and opposite to right angle, let's see, that means I have to again find hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Base is 10 and perpendicular is 12, so 12 square plus 10 square. I am directly putting the values. Instead of hypotenuse I can write c square because it's given. 144 plus 100 and the answer is 244, and when you will take square root on both sides, so you will get an answer c is equal to 15.6. okay, moving towards part D. Over here now it is a right angle, so on the opposite side it's D given, that is again hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square is equal to 23 square plus 29 square. Base and height can be interchangeable, remember this in mind. Okay, so 23 square is 529 plus 29 square is 841, and from here I'll get the answer 1370. And hypotenuse is given, that is d square, taking square root on both sides, so you will get d is equal to 37 centimeter. With all that I have to write down the units as well. So part 1 is all about the finding out the hypotenuse, because I think they want that we will do the practice of these questions. Moving towards question number 2. In triangle ABC, AB is 8 centimeter, BC is 15 centimeter, and ABC, remember that the central number, that central letter, that means at a point B there is an angle of 90 degrees. So first of all we have to basically draw the triangle and then we will solve it. Okay, question number 2. Basically, we have to draw the triangle, and I know that at a point B there is an angle, so I will draw AB over here, A and B. It's not necessary that you will draw it according to the given measurements. I will draw it randomly. This is 8 centimeter that I have to write. At a point B, you will draw 90 degree, not point A, because at a point B is given. Okay, so because 90 degree, I know that a straight line, I will draw this straight line over here, and this is point C. Now we will see that BC is given, that is 15 centimeter, and I have to find the length of AC. AC I have to find. Okay, over here they are given that it is 90 degree angle, so again that means I have to find what I have to find. I have to find the hypotenuse. So again I will apply the formula, that is hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Base is 8 square plus perpendicular is 15 square. 8 square is 64 while 15 square is 225, and while in place of hypotenuse I can write AC because no smaller letter is given, so I have to write the same. 9, 2 and 6, 8 to 89, and this is a square root of 17. If I am not wrong, you can check the answer. So 17 centimeter is the answer. Moving towards question number 3. A triangle DEF is a right angle triangle at a point E. Now it's given again at a point E, with D is 6.7 meter, EF is 5.5. Find the length of DF. Okay, question number 3. I will draw the triangle for you people. Okay, DEF, I have drawn the triangle. DE is given 6.7 and DEF is given 5.5, and we have to find the value of DF, length of DF. So basically again it's hypotenuse. It's easy for us because we have to find again and again hypotenuse, so it will a good practice for us. Okay, perpendicular square plus base square. Perpendicular is 5.5 square plus 6.7 square. When you will take square and add them, and after taking square root, I am directly writing down the answer, that is 6.7. This is the value of DF. You can do these steps with the help of your calculator. Okay, moving towards question number 4. Again there are some given triangles and we have to find the values of unknown. So first of all we will identify where is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. Okay, this is the height and this is your base. So I have to basically find now height. That is a different question from here. I think there is no need to draw this again on my page. You can clearly see from here that hypotenuse is given, base is given, you have to find the height. So again I will write the formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Hypotenuse is given, that is 39 square, plus base is given, that is 15 square, and height I have to find, and in place of height I can write a square. Okay, 39 square is 1521, and 15 square is 225 is equal plus a square. Now this 225 will shift on the other side and it will get subtracted, so I will get the answer 121 minus 225. This is equal to a square. I have to subtract it now. After subtraction I will get the answer, that is 1 2 9 and 6. This is equal to a square. Taking square root on both sides, and you will get the answer a is equal to 36, and the unit with it, that is meter. Moving towards part B. Part B is given, let us see from the book. Okay, where is 90 degree given? Here it is 90 degree given, and on the opposite of 90 degree, this is your hypotenuse, and this is your height, and this is your base. So again we have to find the height. So hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square. Perpendicular or height, they both are same, so which letter you like, you can use that. Hypotenuse is given, that is 19 square is equal to perpendicular we have to find, so instead of that I will write b square, and base is given, that is 14 square. Okay, 19 square is 361 is equal to b square, and 14 square is 196. I have to shift that on the other side. It will become b square is equal to 361 minus 196, and from here I got the answer, that is 165, and while taking square root on both sides, so you will get the answer b is equal to 12.8. Moving towards part C. Part C again, this is 9 right angle triangle, and on opposite of right angle triangle, this is your hypotenuse, this is your base, and this is your height you have to find. So part C is, this chapter is quite easy, only you have to memorize the formula. If you know the identification, so you can do it very easily. So again I will write down the formula, that is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is 9.8 square. Perpendicular I have to find, that is c square, and base is given, that is 6.5 square. 9.8 is 86.04, and this is equal to c square, plus 6.5 is 42.25. Moving on the other side, it will become 86.04 minus 42.25, and after subtraction I got the answer, that is 43.79. This is c square. Taking square root on both sides, so you will get 7.33. I have to write down the unit with it, that is meter, and over here it was also meter. Okay, moving towards part D. Part D is given 14.5, 24.7 and D. So again this is a right angle. Opposite of the right angle, this is your hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is given, so that means we have to figure out the again perpendicular. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is given, that is 24.7 square, and is equal to perpendicular is d square, and plus base is 14.5 square. So d square will be equal to 24.7 square minus 14.5 square. I am directly writing down the answer. When you will take the square, and after subtraction and after taking square root, you will get the answer, that is 20 meters. Question number 5. In question number 5, they are saying that in a triangle GH is 33 centimeter, GI is 65, and the angle GHI, that means at a point H, it will be 90 degree. Find the length of HI. I have drawn the triangle GHI. GH is given 33, GI is given 65, and at a point H there is 90 degrees. So first of all we will identify our sides, that is, this is hypotenuse, this is the perpendicular, and this is base. So I have to find perpendicular. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse is given, that is 65 square. Perpendicular is basically we have to find, so I'll write p square as it is, and this is 33 square. So perpendicular square will be equal to 65 will shift, this 33 will shift on the other side, and square of 65 is 4225 minus 33 square is 1089. And after subtraction I got the answer, that is 3236, and taking square root on both sides, so you will get an answer p is equal to 56. Moving towards question number 6. Question number 6, again you have to draw a triangle. It is given that a triangle MNO is a right angle at N, and with NO is 11 and MO is given. Find the length of MN. First of all I have to draw this for you people. Okay, question number 6 I have drawn for you people, that is MN at a point N, this is 90 degree angle. NO is given 11 centimeter and MO is given, that is 14.2. So that means on the opposite of this, this is hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular, and now we have to find the base. So hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So base square will be equal to hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square. After putting the values you can interchange their places, or before, it's your choice. So hypotenuse square is 14.2 square minus perpendicular square is 11 square. When I will do the subtraction and after taking the square root, I got the answer, that is 8.98. This is your answer in meters. I'm writing it directly, but you have to take the square and you have to do the minus, and then you have to write down the answer, otherwise your marks will be deducted in your exams. Okay, question number 7. In the figure, PQS and QSR, PQS and QSR, they are equal to 90 degree, and it is mentioned from the figure. Whenever there is a box, so that means this is 90 degree angle. Given that PQ is 45, QR is 50, PS is 53, and QR is 30. So we have to find the value of QS. So first of all I will use this triangle. Which triangle? PQS. In PQS, this is your hypotenuse, this is your base, or you can say this is your perpendicular, or this is your base. So first of all, by using the triangle, I am starting question number 7. Question number 7. For first part, that I have to find QS. QS I have to find. For QS I will use a triangle. Which triangle I am using? PQS. In PQS, hypotenuse is given. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. And basically I have to find base. So base square will be equal to hypotenuse square plus perpendicular square, and hypotenuse is given, that is 53 square plus 45 square. Sorry, it will be minus. See, I did a mistake, so you have to be vigilant. Okay, base square. I have to take the square roots, and after taking square root and after doing the subtraction and सब्ट्रैक्शन के बाद जब आप स्क्वायर रूट ले लेंगे, सो आपके पास आंसर बचेगा, दैट इज़ 28. क्लियर? Now I will use this 28 and I will find the value of SR. Now this is your hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular, and again you have to find base. But now the triangle is different. Now which triangle we are using? Using triangle QSR, and in QSR Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Base square I have to find, so base will be equal to hypotenuse square plus minus perpendicular square. So hypotenuse is given, that is 30. Base I have to find base square, this is 30 square, and minus perpendiculars we just find it out, that is 28 square. Now please do not do that 30 minus 28 is 2 and 2 ka square is 4. That will be pretty wrong. You have to first take the square of these two numbers. A square of 30 is 900, and you can take the square of 28 as well, and after the subtraction you will get some answer, और उस answer का फिर आप square root लेंगे, so you will get the answer, that is 10.8. I am skipping the 2 steps, I am too much tired, and for today I think this is enough till now. So see you in the next video. Till that, take care. Allah Hafiz.